this video, I will be talking about why Bitcoin is heading towards 28,000 US dollars right now, and I will be exactly break down about why I currently think this. I will be talking about the most important Bitcoin breakouts, my most important Bitcoin price targets, and of course, much more what will be getting discussed on today's update video. So make sure to slap up that like button, because on the previous video, we smashed it up above 500 likes, and can we do it once again on today's update video? So make sure to go below the video right now, slap up that like button, and let's jump straight away in towards the content. And let me kick off this video with talking about that Bitcoin is breaking bullish finally outside of the range we've been talking about for quite a while now. So like you can see, Bitcoin has been of course approximately consolidated for around 25 days in this range we've been looking at. And so far, exactly approximately 2 hours ago, we closed the first 4-hourly candle outside of this range on the market. And what we can currently clearly see here is that Bitcoin is breaking above the critical resistance. And like I told everyone, if we do break above the top side of resistance, it probably means Bitcoin is going to see more upside, and we're probably going to see just a further continuation towards higher targets. However, I still want to be bringing down this point. Currently, we're pumping over the course of the weekend, and usually weekend pumps could be very dangerous because they can be getting undone very quickly as well again, because usually over the course of the weekend there's a lot of manipulation. So please be very careful with trading this breakout right now, especially because it is weekend right here. Furthermore, looking at Bitcoin on this rising wedge pattern, you can clearly see Bitcoin is still trading in the rising wedge pattern, and what we can currently clearly see is also the top side of this rising wedge pattern of resistance is still providing significant resistance. So yes, Bitcoin is indeed breaking bullish, Bitcoin is coming up again. However, I still want to be bringing out the point is that Bitcoin is still trading in an extremely bearish bias pattern, and as long as we're not going to be breaking down of this pattern, we are going to be quite alright. And of course, as soon as we do break bullish of this pattern, we're definitely going to see more upside. But as long as we're trading in this pattern, we should still stay very neutral and very careful to see what could be going to be happening, because actually this is a beautiful pattern. 3 beautiful touch points on the lower side, 4 touch points on the top side, and so far, yeah, once again we're seeing another rejection after touching this level yet again, and only a few hours ago here. So yeah, still, this is the main pattern to be watching on the Bitcoin price action right now. But then let me talk about the reasons about why I currently think Bitcoin is about to head towards 28,000 US dollars. So like I talked about several times before on the channel, $24,000 is the level to break, and in the previous bull run we can see clearly that the 24K was the only big level that was holding us back before Bitcoin absolutely went exponential. And like you can currently see, we broke above this 24,000 US dollar barrier with a clear significant daily candle close. And like I told everyone out there before, if we break above the 24K with a daily close, I think we're heading towards $28,000. And let me break this down, because if I'm looking at the trend right now here in the market, and if I use the VPVR here on the left side, so the volume profile range, I set it up in this range right here, we can clearly see something is happening right here. And there is a very low volume range here. And of course, it's a very easy definition about why that is so, because there's almost no volume traded in this range right here in the market, because like you can see here on the left side, this was a very quick move towards the upside, and this was a very quick move towards the downside. So it basically means that, of course, if Bitcoin is going to come back towards these levels, that it could be moving through these levels also very quickly again. And like you can see here on the left side, there's almost no resistance, and the realistic first resistance for Bitcoin to really come towards is somewhere around the 28 to 29, 30,000 US dollars for the Bitcoin price action right now. Also, if we're zooming in towards the current trend we're trading in this recent weeks, we can also see there is absolutely almost no resistance in this whole middle range right here. So I am expecting that Bitcoin can move up very quickly, especially since we confirmed the break above the $24,000, and especially as well, if we're going to look at the S&P 500, we can clearly see that the S&P 500 is also breaking above this key level of resistance. And realistically speaking, the next resistance for the S&P 500 is also all the way up at the 4,500 points. And currently, actually, if we're looking from all-time high to low, we're only 11% down from the all-time high with the S&P 500. And we do know the S&P 500 is highly correlated with Bitcoin. And is it once again going to be the same as the pandemic crash, where we crash significantly but recover even quicker? So take this in account. Bitcoin is recovering very quickly, and after seeing this break above this very important level of resistance, this recovery could even become more exponential. And yes, earlier we already broke the exponential trend, but we could still of course approach it like this here. We are still in somewhat of an exponential rally for the Bitcoin price action right now, and if this does decide to be playing out, Bitcoin can come up very quickly again. But more importantly, we could also look at an ascending broadening wedge. If we're looking at the ascending broadening wedge and we're going to be looking for a price target, it is going to be measured from the point of the breakout, and we already got successfully the retest. This is going to be a measured move around 20%, what also comes perfectly down to 28,000 US dollars. So also ascending triangle, breaking bullish on the Bitcoin price action right here with a price target on the 28,000 US dollars. This is of course exactly what we have been waiting for. This is a beautiful consolidation pattern that did clearly broke bullish. We retested our previous resistance as support, and right now we're seeing a significant continuation getting created towards the upside. And for anyone that is interested in trading, guys, make sure to check out the link in the description. If you want to be trading in the US, I would highly recommend to check out BitGet. BitGet is the exchange for the US. No KYC, no VPN, and you can easily set up your account. If you're using the highest link in the description, you will also claim an insane deposit bonus. And of course, for everyone outside of the US, I would highly recommend to use Bybit, which you can also find in the link in the description right now. Furthermore, talking about another interesting signal on the Bitcoin price action, of course, is that weekly EMA ribbon. Of course, so far we're still trading significantly below the weekly EMA, but what we can clearly see is that historically speaking, if you always have bought Bitcoin below the weekly EMA, or better said, once the EMA flips red, if you buy Bitcoin in that stage, you always did a good buy. Whether it's of course maybe the exact bottom or not, it's always historically speaking a good buying range for Bitcoin. And if we're also looking at the time ranges, how long this tends to be taking for Bitcoin before we enter of course a bullish market again, here at the first time it took us approximately 400 days, here at the second time it took us approximately 231 days, and right now on this occasion we're already down 100 days, so could be of course an estimate of maybe another 100 to 150 days where we're going to trade below the EMA ribbon on the weekly time frame. But of course, in case that happens, we could be expecting that Bitcoin is going to be flipping back above the EMA ribbon, so trading above $35,000 at somewhere around the end point of this year, somewhere around November, December for this year. So that's going to be also pretty alright and pretty amazing to see. So guys, this was it already for today's update video. Make sure to slap up that like button, and of course consider subscribing to the channel if you do like the daily content that we are bringing out here on the channel. If you want to learn how to copy trade, check out the video popping up above. If you want to learn how to trade in general, check out the other video that's currently also popping up above. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and peace out. Goodbye.